Okay, this is January 26th. It's January 26th, 2:10 in the afternoon, and beautiful, beautiful, fairly warm day. I'm wearing a short sleeve cotton dress. I wanted to do an update about some things in court, some things that I just found out. So um, we still have a March um, we still have a March 15th court date. It's supposed to be phone hearing with Magistrate Robertson. Um, I'm trying to get something before then to get some relief. I need to get these, the restrictions. What was supposed to have been heard on January 11th and wasn't heard because the courts were closed, and I don't understand why they can't do a special setting to hear it before March 14th, 15th, because we already had that March 15th date for months. Um, and if he had showed up, if Laura's dad had shown up for the December hearing, which was the third hearing he refused to come and bring to Laura for, we wouldn't have this delay. And he's very much acting in bad faith. And whenever we do get heard by Robertson, I think, the history of this case is important. And there's a pattern. And even if Judge Callaway ignored it and the Court of Appeals didn't even look at it, um, it's it's a pattern. It's a pattern of behavior and malicious abuse of process, totally manipulating the court system, lying, misrepresentation, total failure of any accountability, vilifying me, and making Sanan look like a paragon of virtue. And the fact is, we both have strengths and weaknesses, and the law, I mean, the case laws, other judges have made the observation. Maybe it's even the General Assembly has. I gotta look. I've got all this stuff written down somewhere. But mothers and fathers make uh, different but equally important contributions to the development and welfare of the children. So now that the 2018 case is over, I was talking to one of my neighbors today, who's she worked for DCS for a long time, and well, not a long time, several years, and she told me her advice to me, and this the advice that was given to me even in the previous cases was, don't worry about cleaning up the corruption and uh, exposing exposing the corruption or cleaning it up. Wait till you get your wait till you get your daughter back, and then go after him. And so, and I'm like, if it's corrupt, why do I think it'll work enough for me to get my daughter back? And of course, it didn't. And it shouldn't matter. If they try to intimidate you out of exposing the corruption because you'll be retaliated against, um, you're going to get retaliated against anyway. And in my case, I knew they had taken everything yeah, when we were at that order protection hearing. I really didn't have anything to lose. They had so interfered, DCS and the courts and the lying judge, or not the lying judge, are the judges lying if they've been given fake information and they make the decision to repeat uh, unsubstantiated allegations when there's um, evidence that preponderates against it? Does that make a judge a liar? I don't know. I'm not ready to call Sheila Calloway a liar, but she definitely repeated lies, made them findings, and hurt my daughter. Um, so I'm kind of here in the middle. I'm like focusing on my new case, and but the previous cases are an important part of the history in my new case. So you can't just start fresh. And they didn't. They went back 14 years to my divorce to try to establish. They could not establish any kind of pattern, or they couldn't establish anything that was relevant that to the case. But it was made part of the record. My mental health history, that my hospitalizations, the fact that the judge in my divorce was concerned about my mental health, and that she didn't think I could handle the kids full time. That was all. Of course, I did have them full time because my daughter's dad didn't get. He wanted to get out of paying child support, or he had his. If I had agreed to the divorce and agreed to $300 a month child support, we wouldn't have gone to trial. But I didn't want the divorce, and I don't want the divorce. But we worked that out between ourselves because my ex-husband is an intelligent and um, reasonable person when it comes to parenting. He's a better than average father to the kids. It wasn't perfect. I'm not perfect, but the kids, I just see a lot of kids who are a lot worse off. But anyway, yeah. So they used his stuff in my history, ancient history, uh, trying to make me look bad in court, and um, this is all recent stuff. What the courts have done, and Delara is continuing to suffer the effects from. It's relevant. It's affecting her right now. Oh, but let me go. I don't want to make this a long video because I got stuff to do. Okay, and I made notes. One thing. This isn't about my court case, but I saw on one of the progressive, the groups of the progressive people in Antioch talking bad about board member Fran Bush. She's not my board member, but I also caught a little bit of her on the radio on Dan. I think it was Dan Mandis's show today, and she needs people backing her up because. But she also said, she wants to get the kids back in school, and the teachers unions don't want the kids back in school. I guess they think the teachers are going to all get COVID and die, but um, I hope that they at least keep the option of virtual school, because Delara needs the virtual school, but she also needs to be able to get mental health help. Except she won't need mental health help if she's got me. I'm the best counselor, uh, and I'm the best counselor my daughter can have. Period. And I'm the one who can, families in your life forever, and counselors come and go, or can get fired if if the parent doesn't like what the kids are you know saying or being told or whatever in therapy. So Delara needs stability. I think she needs. If I die, she knows that she needs that security, and knowing mom's always going to be there if I need to talk to her. Mom's always going to be there if I have a problem, or I'm sad, or I'm worried about something. My mom's always going to be there, and she needs to have that. And I don't see how any reasonable person, DCS, judges, I don't see how anybody can't grasp that concept, unless they were raised in foster care and never had a parent and don't know what it's like to have a nurturing, loving, attentive parent, and then have them ripped out of your life overnight. um okay, so Fran Bush she was in foster care. I didn't know that. And she was talking about how important the school uh was to her. Oh, my battery's gonna run down. Might have to start this over again. Ugh. um yeah, if this dies, I'll have to just part two. Okay. I think I'm gonna do part two right now. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go get my battery and plug this in. I gotta end this. I'll just end it and say this part one. Let's see, and I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Or I could get my cord real quick. Where's my cord? Where's my cord? Okay, I'll be right back. Because I can't see where to turn this off.